The Borg field name data collection process, in interviewing current and former Borg farmers and farm workers, identified around 1,000 field names. Some of the fields were recorded by more than one farm, as field ownership has changed through the years. Some field names changed over time or were given different names by different people. The field names and their descriptions were initially gathered by Rachel Lucas into a large spreadsheet. The names were then analysed by Alan James and Michael Ansell, and the results of their deliberations were also added to the spreadsheet. The data from the spreadsheet were then transferred into a database on the Borg.org website, along with the digitised map coordinates of the field boundaries. The field data can then be viewed via a map interface accessed over the internet via a web browser. The interactive map allows you to browse around the fields in the Borg area. The field data can be overlaid on several different map types, including an Ordnance Survey map, a satellite view, or a pictorial map of Borg. As you move around the map, the field names are displayed. When you click on a field, an information window opens giving a description of the field and an analysis of the origins of the field name. The locations of farms and crofts are also recorded, with symbols indicating if they're still in use or have been abandoned. We have started to analyse the origins of the field names, and many of them have Gaelic roots. Some names are directly from Gaelic origins. Some have come from the Gaelic via the Scots language. These can be visualised on the map using the controls on the panel on the right-hand side to show the geographical distribution of the different Gaelic name origins. The map interface allows us to show other data types as well as farms and fields. We have digitised the locations of places of interest, including historical and natural features, outdoor activities, viewpoints, footpaths, properties, beaches and art and craft locations. These can be selected from the control panel down the left-hand side of the screen. Photographs may also be associated with any of the data in the database, as is shown in the example on the slide. Links to other websites can also be included to provide additional information. There are links to the British Rock Art Collection and Historic Environment Scotland and other sites. Data from other sources have also been added to the database, including a dataset from Historic Environment Scotland that includes historical sites, significant buildings, natural features and shipwrecks. While collecting information for the Field Names project, we have met people who have provided us with many other sources of information about the Borg area. There is a set of 90 aerial photographs of farms and properties around Borg taken by Skyviews in the late 1960s and early 70s. Adam Gray, who farmed at Ingleston Farm, gave us access to a collection of photographs from his family and farming life. The picture at top right is of the Ingleston farm staff in 1920. The picture at bottom left is Robert Maxwell, who was employed by Brian Finlay making cheese at Ross Farm. Alex Smith provided an archive of photographs of Borg people, capturing people at work and play from the 1920s through the rest of the 20th century. We've also received some essays and articles from people who remember Borg as it was in the middle of the 20th century. There is an article by Donald Tate that recounts the history of the Borg soup kitchen, and there are other articles about cheese making at Ross Farm and holidays in Borg. These photographs and articles are all available to explore on the Borg.org website. The Place project is sponsoring the creation of information boards that will be placed in Borg and at viewpoints that give an overview of the Borg landscape. There will be one at the Knockbrecks Hill viewpoint near Carrick and another at Bournemouth Bar near Brighouse Bay. The viewpoint boards will show panorama views featuring artwork by Anne Butler. The one shown here is the view to the north from Knockbrecks Hill. These panoramas will be labelled with the names of the fields and other prominent landscape features. The Place project has sponsored the creation of some aerial drone videos of the history of landscape of the Borg area. Callum Ansell created the videos, and they show the landscape and explain the derivations of the names of features and places. Callum also created a 3D mapping and reconstruction of the Iron Age fort at Castlehaven on the Borg coast near Kirkandrews. You can view these videos and the 3D reconstructions on the www.borg.org website. Thank you to all the people that provided information for this project and the volunteers that collected and analysed it. Funding for the Place project has been provided by the Galloway and South Ayrshire Biosphere and the Heritage Lottery Fund.